All right, so just to for the sake of the video, you only started playing League of Legends a month ago,
Month and a half
a month and a
ish.
half, okay. But you have experience with previous MOBAs, is that
Yeah.
correct? All
Yes.
right, that's good.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. All right, so you want to take a look at this game? All
Yes.
right. And after we take a look at this game, after I point out what you can do to improve, we're also gonna go into a custom game, and I'm gonna teach you like the basics, just only the basics of laning, and I want you to work on that. So the next session we're gonna do, right, we're gonna go over another replay, and I want to see that you have improved in these specific areas of your play.
That sounds fair.
All right, good. And then we're gonna go like baby steps, you know.
Yep. I mean, as I said, I'm not near ranked yet, so that's kind of the thing. I want to get to ranked and not suck.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh, Let me bring up Notepad real quick so I can take notes.
Yeah, but you can also just go back to the video as well.
Yeah.
All right. And also, for the sake of the video, you're playing veigar, you're level 15, so you don't have a keystone yet. You also don't have much runes.
Nope.
And you're pretty much playing against other newbies who have no idea what to do in this game either.
Yeah, well, for the most part. I forget if this was the game where there was a Smurf account on the other side or not.
Okay,
Um,
that's fine.
I had to AFK at the very beginning, which is
Yeah, that's
not
fine
necessary.
too. That's fine, it's fine. Taking heal, it's okay on Veigar because it's gonna give you a burst of movement speed and it's gonna heal you a little bit. So it's more a defensive mastery, not a mastery, a defensive summoner spell, which is okay. However, personally, I would go Ignite.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because what happens is if you get a stun in lane, you can pretty much all in them with Ignite.
Yep.
All right. Now carrying on. Okay, so when you're in lane, what you should be focusing on is to CS. When you're at this kind of level, you just want to focus on CSing. If you can get every single CS, okay, not every single CS, but oh, you missed that one. Oh, you missed that one too. So you
Yeah.
see, you need to practice this, right? And the best way to do it is to go into a custom game and just
Yeah.
and just practice. You know, practice makes perfect, and that's what you should be doing.
All right.
Also, you see at this level of play, there's two top laners and there's no one jungling, so you don't have to worry about the jungler. However, once you get higher levels, when the people are more experienced with the game, you know, they will have a jungler. Do you understand the concept of a jungler?
Yeah, they go around, kill neutrals, have smite.
Yeah, and you know, they can come and fuck you, right? They
Yes.
can come behind you and fuck you. So you have to worry about that as well. So that's an extra variable that you have to take into consideration when you're playing this game. However, right now, what you want to do is just to focus on these minions right here.
Yep.
Okay? So for the next session, what I want to see is you improving your last hitting.
All
So I
right.
want you to get at least 90% of the last hits, if you can do that.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
Just ignore the enemy player for now.
All right.
Alright? However, for the sake of this coaching session, I will tell you what you should be doing. For example, you see that he's sitting here
Yes.
attacking this minion,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I should harass? Or
Yes, you
no?
should harass him, exactly. Because there is the concept of cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, every skill, every action that you do in this game has a cooldown on it,
Mm-hmm.
except for walking. Okay,
Yep.
when the Twitch auto attacks, there is a cooldown on his auto attack, meaning that he has to wait a little bit before his next auto attack.
Yep.
It's the same concept with when you use your Q, for example,
Yep.
right? You use it, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can use it again.
Yep.
So this is more advanced laning, right? But when you see the enemy like just auto attacking the minion, it means that he cannot auto attack you. And what you should be doing is you need to be harassing him.
Okay.
Yeah, this is advanced laning. So don't worry about that right now. just right now, I just want you to solely focus, on last hitting in lane, okay?
Okay.
Last hitting in lane and not taking harass from the enemy. This is what I want you to focus on for this session and improve on for the next session.
Okay.
All right, but I'm just telling you for the sake of this coaching session and for the sake of the video, I'm just telling you what you should be doing.
Yep.
All right. So now you're just last hitting. That's good. You got that one. All right, you got that one too. That's pretty good. Let's just speed this up a little bit. So far there's nothing going on. Okay, now I'm just gonna go back a little bit earlier. Okay, you see right here,
Yes.
the Twitch actually hits level 2 before you do. You see, he hit level 2 right now,
Yes.
and you're still level 1. Do you understand the difference between level 2 and level 1?
Yes.
Okay, so when champions, they have base stats and they also have stat growth. Okay, so when they have a higher level than you, that means most of the time, okay, in general, they have higher combat stats than you because they have combat growth stats.
Yep.
Okay, so however, level 2 and level 6 are special cases because at level 2, you gain another ability. And at level 6, you gain your ultimate ability. So level 2 and level 6 are really, really important. And if this Twitch was good and he hit level 2 before you, he would have all-in'd you straight away.
All right.
And he would have probably killed you, or he would have probably burned your flash and then get you to half HP.
All right.
Yep. So this is what you want to look out for, when you're playing
Okay.
versus actual people. Okay. And this is what you should be aiming to do: is to push the wave, push the minions, right? With your auto attacks, but with your skills. So you kill the minions faster, and when the minions die, they give experience, right? So if
Yep.
you kill the minions faster, that means that the minions will die faster, and you will get experience faster. So you get level 2 first.
Yep.
And when you get level 2, you have an extra skill to work with. And the enemy player is still level 1. You have higher stats. If you had Ignite, your Ignite would do more damage. And you can basically just all-in them, or at least harass them low enough that, you basically have the lane control. And you can freely farm and zone them out because they're low.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Moving on. Right now you're just last hitting. Okay. Yeah, you see what the Twitch did earlier?
Yep.
He harassed you.
Yep.
Look, you're autoing the minion right here. Look what Twitch is doing. He harassed you, and there's no way for you to retaliate. This is what you want to do throughout the whole laning phase, okay? And even though you see it's only like little damage, but imagine he did that every time you auto the minion.
All
The
right.
damage, it adds up, and every little damage counts in lane. And if you're
Alright.
playing against good people, every little damage counts, and every little damage that you negate counts as well. Right? It's these
Yep.
kind of small advantages that you accumulate until you have a big enough advantage where, let's say, for example, the enemy laner is low and you can't just kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, moving on. This is what you want to do. Okay. You see, he's just attacking you, right? You see, you got low. That's the other thing. When the enemy is attacking you, that means your minions are gonna hit him. You see how you did not attack him, you did not attack him back, but he still took damage?
Yep.
It's because of the minions.
All right.
Alright? So, when you attack the enemy champion, the enemy minions will attack you. So this is the other important part about pushing the lane. If you kill the minions, there will be no minions to attack you back when you attack the enemy champion. And your
Alright.
minions you will have more minions than the enemy, right? Because you killed the enemy minions faster. So if the enemy champion does attack back, your minions are gonna attack him, basically.
All right.
This is what we call minion damage, and wave control, where lane pressure, it's all
Yep.
around minions and cooldowns and damage and everything. There's a lot of complex things that you have to learn.
All right.
That's gonna come with time, okay?
Mhm.
Alright. Now you should buy potions. Oh, Twitch just popped heal for no reason. You don't want to do that. And you see how Twitch has 2 potions, but you have no potions,
Yeah.
right? If you had potions, you could have healed back up.
All right.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Oh, you popped heal right there. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
kill him right here.
That's what I attempted to do, but I didn't have. I
Yeah,
I, I
that's
missed
the
the
thing.
W.
Okay, okay. It's fine. The thing is, okay, this is the concept of cooldowns. When
Mhm.
Twitch uses everything on you, right? He basically used his stealth, his W, which is the thing he throws on the ground, and his E, right? It's the
Mhm.
poison thing. If he used everything on you, that means all of his stuffs are on cooldown. This is the best time for you to retaliate, to attack him back. Because he cannot retaliate back because all of his skills are on cooldown. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep. And right here, you could have killed him, right? You know how later you get a stun on him?
Yep.
You could have killed him if you harassed him more earlier.
All right.
And also, that's the other thing right here. Okay, look. You stun him, which is good. You use your W. You hit him with your W. And then, look what you do. You use a Q, which you also hit him, and then you just walked away. Don't do that. Keep autoing him. Use your auto attacks.
All right.
Your auto attacks, even though they do not do a lot of damage, they still do considerable damage, and every little bit of damage adds up, right? Imagine
Yep.
if you autoed him like maybe 3 or 4 times during that whole time. He would have been dead,
Yep.
right?
That makes sense.
Okay. That's the other thing. You want to make sure that, you weave in auto attacks in between your skills. For example, you stun him, right? You auto him W, right? And then auto
Okay.
him again Q, and then auto.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's gonna add up damage, and yeah, that's what you want to do. And then you see how the Twitch is using his potions, and he's almost back to half HP, whereas you don't have potions and you're just stuck here like that.
All right.
This is why you want to get potions.
All right.
And this is also why, every little damage counts. You see how because you're low, you have to stay back?
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The Twitch can just farm without worrying about you harassing him because he knows that you're low, so he cannot step up.
All right.
So this is why every little damage counts, and every little damage that you negate counts as well.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're just gonna look at this. Okay, so I think that's enough for laning for now. So I'm just gonna skip this over and because the game is pretty long and we're only 4 minutes in. So I'm
Mhm.
just gonna skip this over and see what you do. Oh, okay.
I think I die here. No, I
Oh,
got
you don't
Annie,
die.
and
Okay, so
then.
you got lucky, which is good, and you got a kill, which
Mhm.
is good, and you bought this item, which is good too.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good.
Because that replenishes my mana after level up. Also, lots of 300 mana and what? How many more AP? 30,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
So.
That's good. And you just kill him right here because the Twitch didn't respect your damage, which is good.
Mhm.
Okay. When you kill the enemy, make sure you push the
Creeps.
minions, the creeps, up onto
Yep.
the enemy tower.
Okay.
So when the enemy is not here, the tower is gonna kill the creeps. This
Mhm.
is what we call denying creeps.
All right.
Denying them experience, denying them farm. That's what you want to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you go back and you get a tier. I guess that's okay. I wouldn't get tier honestly. I would just went straight up cooldown reduction or like AP.
All right. May I explain something real quick as
Yes.
to my build?
Uh-huh.
So, typically what I end up doing is I later game buy Seraph's, what is it? The thing item that turns into Seraph's Embrace,
Uh-huh.
which is why I buy tier this early.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a bad thing or because
I mean, it's okay. Like, personally, I don't play veigar a lot, so
okay,
I'm not really like I'm not an expert on what to build on him. However, I
okay,
have like a general idea of what to build on him.
okay,
And honestly, I would not get tier
okay.
because Veigar's passive gives him mana regeneration.
I thought Veigar's passive
Oh no no no
just gave him AP.
no 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 no! That's not. Wait, what?
Veigar's passive gives him AP, I thought.
Okay, never mind then. Because his old passive used to give him mana regeneration.
All right.
Yeah, that was his old passive.
Okay.
His passive right now was used to be on his Q, and his old
Okay.
passive would basically be like the less AP, the less mana he has, the more mana regeneration he has.
All right.
That was his old passive, but again, like I said before, I don't play Veigar a lot, so I wasn't aware that his passive got changed. So that was
All right.
my bad. But yeah, I would have not went for tier. I would have just went for cooldown reduction and straight up AP.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, a Morellonomicon, which gives
Okay.
you 20% cooldown reduction, mana, mana regeneration, as well as AP.
All right.
But I'm not saying building tier is wrong, because you can definitely build tier on Veigar and it works out.
All right.
Yeah. But think about it this way, right? If you build cooldown reduction, it means you can use your skills more.
And that makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you can use your skills more, that means you can stack your passive more as well as um, more damage, right? Because most of your damage comes from your skills.
All right.
Yeah. So Twitch is not showing mid lane, just push it out and take his tower. I push the wave. Okay, you get ganked here. You get ganked here, which is
Yep.
unfortunate. If you were, at a higher level, I would have told you that you need to go on ward. Your ward
Yeah.
use this thing. You need to go in ward, so it's gonna give you vision, so you have a general idea of where the enemy champions are, right?
Mhm.
So you don't get ganked like that.
Yeah. I
But another thing
think.
to keep in mind is Twitch was top lane, right? And
Mhm.
after a while, when you don't see him top anymore, you should probably back off. But that's not the most important part, okay? Like for this coaching session, all I want you to do is just focus on laning,
All right.
okay? Let's skip this, and then come back. Okay.
Oh, this is one where the Lucian was smurfing, and then there was another guy, in his party. I remember this one.
Okay. Honestly, I highly doubt the Lucian was smurfing.
Well, he said he was smurfing.
Okay, well, if he was smurfing, he was probably like silver, which is not that great anyway, so.
All right. I had a ward there, so
Okay.
that's why I got Annie. But yeah, I haven't been warding enough.
That's fine. Um, Sometimes you don't even have to ward. It just comes with experience and guts, right? Like sometimes you feel by the way the enemy is playing that you're about to get ganked.
Okay.
Or sometimes you just get that feeling because, you haven't seen the enemy top laner for a while, you know? Things like
Yep.
that. But I don't want you to focus on that right now. I just want you to focus on laning. Okay, so you killed him, that's good. Just keep farming. Keep farming and push this lane out. No.
Uh.
You went back. You should have pushed this one out too. This minion
All right.
wave out too.
Yep.
It's okay. So if I remember correctly, you lost this game, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you got a lot of kills, but you still lost.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That's unfortunate, but it's fine.
Rampage. Blue team double kill.
Okay. So you got a kill. Okay. You kill the crab. That's good too. Okay, and you kill that crab. Okay. Okay, before we go any further, I just want to ask you a question. Are you familiar with all the champions in this game?
I'm familiar with an extent of the champions,
Team double kill.
but not much beyond like the LCS picks right now.
Okay, that's fine. That will just come with experience. Like, the longer you play this game, the more you will understand, right? But that's what I want you to focus on for the next session as well, is to understand not all the champions, but let's say like 90% of the champions, okay? Like what they do, for example, like what roles,
Hmm.
right? Um, oh, you're tanking tower right here. Okay.
I
Like for
shouldn't have
example,
been.
yeah, I know. Like for example, what roles they're for. For example, you should understand that let's say Veigar is an immobile mage,
Hmm.
and when he is an immobile mage, you know that he does a lot of magic damage. However, his weakness is that he's immobile, so anyone that can get onto him, and he's pretty much dead. You also need to understand, for example, that Garen is a immobile tank, right? So
Hmm.
he's a tanky character, right? So
Hmm.
it's pretty hard to kill him. And also, he's immobile, so he can only walk to you, like just run at you. You know, things
Hmm.
like that. And also, you need to understand what the champion's skill do. For example, let's say the Thresh Q is a hook, and once it's a skill shot, it has a cast time and a travel time, like that right there. And you
Yep.
know, if you get hooked, you're gonna get a stun for I don't know how long seconds, but you're gonna get stunned for a little bit.
Hmm.
Things like that. Understand like what champions do, what their role are, um, what their skills do, etc., etc. So I want you to work on that for the next coaching session as well.
All right.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you see, this Lucian is not even that good. You know, you killed him. He's not
It's
that good.
okay. It's later he starts just he tears through the rest of the team.
It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm
Okay.
telling you right now, it doesn't matter. And I'll tell you the reason why you lose the game. I don't even have to look at the rest of the game anymore, and I can tell you the reason why you lost this game. Because you see earlier, right here, you can
Hmm.
pretty much one-shot anyone.
Hmm.
You're strong enough to pretty much one-shot anyone. So the reason why you lost this game, okay? I want you to think about this. What is the ultimate goal of the game?
Get the Nexus.
Kill the Nexus, right?
Hmm.
Okay, now I'll ask you again. What can you do in order to kill the Nexus? What do you have to do in order to kill the Nexus?
Push. Right.
Push.
And I wasn't pushing. I
To some extent, that's
I get
true.
it.
To some extent, that's true. But think about it this way, right? In order to kill the Nexus, you have to kill the Nexus towers.
Hmm.
And in order to kill the Nexus towers, what do you have to do?
You have to kill the inhib.
The inhibitor, exactly. And in order to kill the inhibitor, what do you have to do?
Tier one tower.
Kill these
That's
towers,
it.
right?
Yeah, the inhibitor tower, tier two, and tier one are the same bit. But
Okay. And how? can you kill the towers?
Pushing your minion waves out and then going behind minions and hitting.
Exactly. You have to push a minion wave on your tower so you can kill the tower, right? And think about it this way. If there's an enemy champion that is standing on your tower and killing your minions, can you take this tower?
No.
Exactly. So the whole point of farming the minions is to get items, to get stronger, so you can kill the enemy champions. And the whole point of killing the enemy champions is to push out the wave and kill the towers. And the whole point of killing the towers is to kill the inhibitor. And the whole point of killing the inhibitor is to kill the nexus. You get where I'm coming from?
Yep.
So every time you get a kill, the first thing that should come into your mind is, what objective can I take?
Alright.
What can I take? A tower? Can I take dragons? Can I take barons? Right? Because these baron, dragons, blue buff, these are what we call neutral objectives. They're there to help you gain advantages over the enemy team, so you can kill the enemy team easier, so you can push down the enemy towers easier. Does that make sense? Okay. And the reason why you lost this game, because look at your CS. You have 132 CS. That's the highest in the whole game. You see the Lucian? You said the Lucian was smurfing? Look at his CS. 60 CS in 22 minutes. Okay? Like, bronze people in bronze have better CS than this. I'm not joking. I'm serious. People in bronze have better CS than this. You say that he said he was a smurf? He's like literally bullshitting out of his ass. Okay?
Alright.
You have so much CS, you have so many kills. You saw earlier over here, you can pretty much one-shot the Lucian, which is the fed person on the enemy team, right? You could have won this game easily. The reason why you did not win is you didn't go for objectives, you didn't push for towers. Alright? So I'm gonna end the spectating of this game for now. Okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 moment.
Alright.
Okay, now we're gonna go play a custom game. Alright? And I want you to come on my team, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Just play whichever champion, it doesn't matter.
Oh wait, hold on. Forgot Ignite. There we go.
Looks like I have to cut, yeah, I have to cut that part out because I accidentally showed my league account information.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that part out of the video. Just giving you a heads up.
Alright.
Okay, so...
Oh wait, don't buy that. Buy potions.
It doesn't really matter. Don't buy anything. It's fine.
All right.
And I want you to just stand with me and look at my screen if you can, for
All
now.
right.
Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Look at your screen or look at
Look at my screen share.
All right.
All right. So today I am going to give you your very first League of Legends theory course.
All right.
Okay. And today I'm going to talk about minions.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, actually no. Before that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the roles. Okay. So in League, you have three lanes. You have the top lane, you have the mid lane, and you have the bottom lane. Normally, the mid laner is a mage or an assassin, and they go mid and they farm it out. The reason why these kind of champions go mid lane is because in mid lane you get the most experience and the most gold.
Yep.
And these champions, especially mages like veigar, they scale harder with levels because the more ability levels they have, the more their ability to do damage. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Alright. Top lane, it's mostly for duelists or tanks. Okay? Bottom lane is where there's normally two champions. One is the ADC, which is the attack damage carry. And the other one is the support, the person that's going to help the attack damage carry to farm and not get harassed too much, because attack damage carries are basically the glass cannons of League of Legends. They are really squishy, but they do a lot of damage.
All right.
So that's why they need a support to help them early game. And because they scale really well with items, right? Their early game tends to be really weak, but their late game are really, really, really strong. Anyway, there will be one person that is going to be the jungler, which is going to farm these, what we call neutral camps. And then occasionally go visit lanes and then gank the lanes. Yeah. Anyway, so these are basically the roles, okay? So you're playing Veigar, your role is a mage.
Yep.
So you do AP damage. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the items in League of Legends as well. So you have different kinds of combat stats. For example, you have attack damage, which is AD damage. However, the AD damage affects your auto attack damage as well as some of your abilities damage. For example, you see I'm playing a champion called Master Yi.
Yep.
And his Q, which is called Alpha Strike, scales with attack damage. Do you see that? It says dealing 25 plus 60 physical damage. That 60 is my attack damage. So on these kind of champions, you want to build attack damage.
Yep.
On Veigar, however, you want to build ability power. Yeah, which is this skill right here. Because most of your skills, or all of your skills, scale with ability power. Okay?
Yep.
You have armor, which reduces the damage that you take from physical attacks. You have magic resist, which reduces the damage that you take from magic damage. Okay. You also have HP, mana, and then you also have cooldown reduction.
Yep.
Okay. You can only have a maximum of 40% cooldown reduction. Okay. All right. So for Veigar, you want to start with a Doran's Ring.
I thought you said potions, but
No, you want to start a Doran's Ring and 2 potions.
all right.
Remember, you start the game with 500 gold.
Okay.
You want to start with a Doran's Ring and 2 potions. The reason why you start Doran's Ring is because it's going to give you mana regen, so you can spam your spells in lane.
All right.
Makes sense?
Yep.
Potions, so you can regen HP in lane. Alright? Then you want to build cooldown reduction, right? Mana regen, ability power. Alright, you want to build these kind of items.
Yep.
So you want to get Zanya's, which is pretty good because remember, Veigar is an immobile champion, right? What's better for an immobile champion than being, invulnerable for 2.5 seconds? Makes sense, right?
Yep.
It's also good to buy an item called Luden's Echo, which is this one right here, because it gives you movement speed. However, I would not rush this item because it does not give you cooldown reduction or mana regen.
All right.
I think the best item for veigar is this one because it gives you 100 ability power, which is a lot. It also gives you 400 mana and 20% cooldown reduction.
All right.
And also, it gives you mana regen,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is a really good item to get on veigar, to rush on veigar. And also, this is a really good item on veigar, which is the Rabadon's Death Cap. This is like the huge item power spike that you want to go for because it gives you 120 ability power, but look at that passive. It's 35% ability power extra. And this passive, this passive 35%, it adds up with your passive. Okay? So that's why that you want to get that item. So again, just to recap, on veigar you want to get items such as Morale Nomicon, Zanya's Hourglass, Luden's Echo, Rabadon's Death Cap, and also Voice Staff because of the magic penetration.
All right.
So you have 35% magic penetration, which basically means that, you know, the enemy magic resists are 35% less effective.
Okay.
Alright, makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. Now, let's go into lane. But don't do anything, okay?
Okay.
Look at these minions right here. Look at my screen, okay?
Okay.
Look at these minions right here. Without champion interference, the minions, they attack the enemy minions, and the enemy minions attack back. Okay? Normally, if the lane was in a neutral position, it would be in the middle of the lane. Okay? But let's say, for example, there's more minions on our side than on the enemy side, like this.
Yep.
Okay, you count the minions. For example, you see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minions. There's only 3 minions on the enemy side, right? So 3 minions versus 7 minions versus 3 minions. The 7 minions are gonna kill the 3 minions that are gonna push by themselves.
All right.
Okay. This is the concept of minions, basically. So there are the uneven minion rule, basically, and the even minion rule. Okay, so the uneven minion rule means that whenever there's more minions on one side than on the other side, the minion wave with the most minions will push automatically. That is what we call the uneven minion rule. And there's also the even minion rule, okay, which basically states that if there's an even amount of minions, for example, 6 minions versus 6 minions, right? If it's on whichever side, right? Let's say, for example, right now, hold on, let me just kill this wave real quick. Okay, something like that. Let's say that there's actually it's uneven, but anyway, let's just say imagine that you have 4 minions versus 4 minions, but the minion wave is stuck over here instead of in the middle of the map in a neutral position, right? So let's say if you have 4 minions versus 4 minions over here, that means the minion wave will push towards this side. Okay, and the reason is because of these minions right here. These are what we call reinforcement waves, like over here. You see this? There's 6 new minions coming in, right? Okay. Remember, when there's 4 minions versus 4 minions, or like an even amount of minions, the minion wave is gonna be stuck there. However, there's a new minion wave that's coming in, like over here. You see that?
Yep.
Because the minion wave is closer to our side of the map, for example, our minion wave is gonna come in first before the enemy reinforcement minion wave. So that means that it will create an uneven minion wave on our side of the map. So it's gonna push. This is the even minion wave rule. So if you have an even amount of minions on one side of the map, it's gonna push towards the other side. Okay. If you have an uneven amount of minions, so the side with the most minions is gonna push automatically.
All right.
So these are the core rules. Oh, you're dying, by the way. These are the core rules of minions. Okay, and you have to understand this, if you want to learn how to manage a minion wave in lane, you know how to manipulate the minion wave to your advantage. You need to understand these concepts.
All right.
These are the core fundamentals of League of Legends.
All right.
Okay. After that, okay, it's the thing about last hitting. You can left click on the minion. It's gonna tell you how much HP it has. For example, you see it has 77 HP right now, and I only have 67 AD. So if I auto this minion, it's not gonna die.
It's not gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to make sure that the minion is low enough for you to hit it, right? You can use skills to last hit, or you can just use an auto attack to last hit, like this, right?
Yep.
And whenever you last hit, you get gold. Okay? And the last thing that I want to talk about is if you stay near the minions and the minions die, you gain experience.
Yep.
Okay. So basically, this is what you want to keep in mind when you're last hitting and when you're laning, okay? Is my lane gonna push towards the enemy, or is the enemy lane gonna push towards me? Alright?
All right. Yep.
And all of this is without champion interference. Remember, the minion, the equal minion wave, the even minion rule, and the uneven minion rule, right? These only apply without champion interference. With champion interference, it's the side with the champion that kills the minions fast enough is the side that's gonna push, right? Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And in this game, it's all about pushing the minion wave and killing the towers.
All right.
Alright? Anyway, so now I want you to go into the game, okay?
Mhm.
And I want you to practice last hit.
All right. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, I missed that one. Alright, just get these three if you can. Alright, you got that one. Good job. You missed out on that one. Get this one. At least get this one. Oh, you didn't get that one.
Sorry, I'm afraid of the tower right now because.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, now try it again. Try it on this minion right here.
All right.
Ah, you didn't get it.
Too slow.
Oh, you didn't get that one either. Oh, you get it later, but yeah. Try it again. Alright, that was good. So this is what I want you to do for, I guess, 2 or 3 days, if you can,
Okay.
by yourself, okay? So just go into a custom game or go into a bot game and just practice getting CS,
All right.
okay? If you can get, let's say, 80 CS by 10 minutes, alright? And then we'll move on into the next step, which is trying to get every single CS while avoiding my harass.
All right.
Alright? So again, just to recap what we learned today, right? The whole goal of the game is to kill the enemy Nexus. In order to kill the Nexus, you have to kill the Nexus towers, you have to kill the inhibitor, you have to kill the towers before the inhibitors, right? In order to kill the towers, you have to push the minion wave in. In order to push the minion wave in and take the tower, you have to kill or at least make the enemy champion go back. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Neutral objectives like Dragon or Baron help you kill the enemy champions.
Yep.
Farming helps you get items to kill the enemy champions.
All
Okay?
right.
So this is what you want to do. You want to focus on farming first. You want to focus on not getting harassed while you're farming. And then you want to focus on harassing the enemy champions so they cannot farm and so they can get low enough so you can kill them, right? Make sense?
Yep.
This is basically what I want you to focus on for this coaching session. And the next time I'm going to take a look at one of your replays and I'm going to see and judge you on whether if you improve or not based on these criteria.
All right.
Alright? So before you go, Phil, do you have any questions?
Not particularly.
Okay, do you have any feedback? Any criticism to improve my coaching, for example?
A lot of the I don't know if this was for the YouTube channel or not, but a lot of the explaining of the terminology, I was already familiar with the terms, so not necessarily how to execute them, but like the terms themselves.
Uh-huh.
So maybe, and obviously you're having a YouTube thing, so that might be affecting what you're saying. But is this gonna like?
So what you're telling me is explain the terminology. Is that what it is? Hello?
Well, what I'm saying is basically I was already familiar with the terminology, so maybe don't explain it as much.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I guess in the future, with newer players, I will explain the terminology as well. But I assume that you already knew it because when I talked with you, you told me that you already have some basic experience with this game and
Yeah.
other MOBAs. So yeah.
Okay. It was
But
just. Yeah.
but thank you for the feedback. I
All right.
appreciate it. And also, one last thing before we go, I forgot to mention. Also, I want you to get familiar with at least 90% of the champions.
All right.
That I will give you, let's say, a week, and in a week I'm gonna quiz you.
All right.
All right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, anything else?
No.
Nope, that's it. All right. Well, thank you for your time, Phil. And I guess we'll just keep in touch, and I guess I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you. Talk to you
All
next
right.
time.